Well, last week's video was how to make a Texas-style brisket, and in there I told you that was for the Cowboys. Well, let me talk about the event that was for. We teach you guys all these recipes all the time, but we thought it would be cool to show you how we take those recipes and we cook on scale. We're not content creators, we actually create, barbecue, or we cook barbecue for a lot of people. So we took the brisket, we made Texas Twinkies, we made our Texas-style turkey, we made pork belly burn-ins, we made our loaded baked potato salad, we've made all kinds of stuff, collard greens. We're cooking here an event called Football and Fellowship. We have a new head coach, Brian Schottenheimer. This is the last day of OTAs, so he brought all the players, the staff, and the coaches and their wives together to get to know one another. He's been amazing as far as creating relationships. Love the guy. Gave us the opportunity to come and cook for everybody. So we're gonna take you behind the scenes as we prep all of this food. It's actually a 3-day event for us. All the prep and all the cooking, loading up the trailers, getting it all up here to Frisco at the Star, and feeding all of these guys. One of the most requested things from the Cowboys is our Texas Twinkie. So what's Texas Twinkie? So it's a whole jalapeno. We cut a T into it, open it up, and we remove the veins and the seeds out of it. We actually have a full video on this, actually a couple on this channel. The heat in a jalapeno is in the veins, the capsaicin, so to speak. So usually take that out. And we're gonna stuff it with, we've got smoked cream cheese with brisket in it. Very classic. Learned this from my friend Hutchins years ago. Quintessential Texas barbecue item. With bigger peppers, they can be considered an entree. But the Cowboys actually requested these. We typically do these at their events. And a funny story, Jalen Tolbert, receiver, buddy of mine, #1. I did post-game meal for his family last season, and his family's from South Alabama. And I made a comment when I was getting dinner ready. I said, well, I hope these aren't too hot, because with peppers, even if you do what I showed you, you can get a hot one. Most of them aren't that hot. And JT said, well, I hope they're hot. And then his dad backed him up and said the same thing. And JT's mom said, yeah, in fact, my husband carries a jalapeno in his pocket of his jeans. I said, are you serious? And she said, yeah, if stuff's not hot enough, then he pulls his pepper out and eats it, which respect. What I do is I like to kind of stud these with coarse pepper, and then I'm gonna use our hickory all-purpose. Any all-purpose will work, but this one is certainly delicious. And we got a lot of these to make. We're feeding over 300 people, so this is time consuming, but well worth it. Another highly requested item from the team is our pork belly. We're certainly known for pork belly, you guys know that. We've got all sorts of pork belly videos on this channel, and there's a lot of ways to do it, whether we cook it whole, cook it in cubes, we can make it bacon burn-in style like my buddy Travis Heim. But anyway, what we're gonna do today, we gotta keep in mind, it's a challenge to get this much cooked. So we're cooking, I think, a dozen or so full slabs. This is a Prairie Fresh skinless belly. Shout out to my guy John at Benny Keith, who always takes care of me to get me the best meats. But the method I'm gonna go with today is pork belly is really uneven. You can see it's thick, thin. I'm not gonna cube it because having 1,400 cubes is really gonna be a challenge. So what we're gonna do is kind of what I call my loaf method, where we cut it down into kind of bricks. This is something that you could see in our bacon brisket video that we did with Dane Weaver, very, very popular method. So that way you're cutting it down into more manageable, kind of more even sized pieces. Certainly a method that works. So using a sharp Montana knife, show you how I'm just gonna cut out a little bit. And then let's talk about seasoning. Tons of options in the Meat Church arsenal. Love the savoriness of our Hail Mary. This is an all-purpose with a lot of southwestern notes, so it's more savory than sweet. We're gonna finish this with a really sweet glaze, so this is a great option for pork belly. But you might like our Holy Gospel, Texas sugar. Some people use Voodoo. I'm gonna go quite liberal on this. We're gonna get it on all sides, and I cook mine fat side up, so that's why I do the meat side first. Got a lot more to do today. It's a huge meal. We've got to prep our pit beans, we've got to prep our loaded potato salad, we've got collards, we've got mac and cheese, we've got briskets rolling behind us, and then the fun part, we get to load up all these trailers to head to the Star. I love how this rub smells. Love to serve something light when we're feeding a team full of athletes, and so we're going with turkey. Sometimes we do fish like salmon. This is a turkey lobe. So gigantic turkey breast, basically. Got to do 36 of these for this team. I want it to cook even, so I'm gonna trim off anything that's kind of hanging out. Let me talk to you about this and how it became popular on our menu and honestly in Texas. Got it here on a disposable meat church cutting board. So during COVID, turkey became really popular because I don't know, I think it was a way that guys could make money on their menu when brisket prices got really high. And what I do is I slather with a little bit of Duke's mayonnaise. This is something that I actually learned from Roland, legendary guy in Texas barbecue. You guys know him as the person who created Bodacious. Roland, his son-in-law Jordan, taught me years ago. I was skeptical of this. It definitely works. And then how do I season this? Very unique. So this is not a traditional turkey. This is a Central Texas style turkey, meaning mostly salt and pepper. But my good buddy Lance at Style Switch down in Austin, the Texas Monthly Top 50 joint, years and years ago, he said, let me give you some of my turkey to try. And I took a bite of it and I had a head snap moment. All that coarse pepper, I didn't expect that. I expected like traditional turkey like grandma made, and I absolutely loved it. So this is something we typically do for the Cowboys. We're gonna season both sides of it, and we're gonna cook it to about 155, finish it and rest it in some butter, and it is awesome. All right, I'm gonna head inside the trailer and make 35 more. Bright and early the next morning, it's the big lunch day today. So we've got to load up the 1,000-gallon, we've got to load up the kitchen trailer. We got to head over an hour north up to the Star. So right out of college, I got a job as an usher at the Old Texas Stadium, did that for 5 years. And then I bought one season ticket with 3 other guys to the Cowboys over 20 years ago. And the first time we got out to the red parking lot at Texas Stadium to tailgate, we were like, man, somebody's got to cook. And I was like, well, I'll do it. And honestly, my whole outdoor cooking journey started in the red parking lot of a Cowboys game 23, 24 years ago. So fast forward today to be the official pitmaster of the Dallas Cowboys, on my way to feed the entire team, the coaches, the staff, all their wives. Obviously full circle moment, but just doesn't get any cooler than that. All right, gotta put the stack up, get to cooking. Hopefully I don't fall. The entire Dallas Cowboys office is right there watching me right now. Got close. It's noon, practice is about to start. So now we're cooking our Texas Twinkies in the smoker. That's not something we want to hold. We want to kind of cook that almost like to order. We're also cooking our pork belly. It's been smoked and now we're cubing it up and we're saucing it, putting it in. So those are just items I don't like to hold that long. So kind of cooking them real time. And as you know, our brisket and turkey hanging out. We're prepping all of our sides. It's gonna be a great day. All right, practice going on. We're gonna go check on our briskets, get ready to slice them. Buddy, I just gotta ask, what do you think about our food?
Man, this food is awesome, man. You see, I got me some to-go plates. Every time my boy Matt come through from Meat Church, it's always a blast, man. So super honored to have my guy Matt come through and cook us up some great barbecue, man. I can't wait to get home and grub on it, man. We appreciate you.
Thanks,
man.
dude.
It's always a blessing. This food is awesome, bro.
Thank you.
I can't even lie.
Thank you.
It's so good.
Oh, you're southpaw.
Yep.
There you go.
Ooh. Thank you. How was the barbecue?
It was great, man. I'm excited. Them Texas Twinkies,
I got to thank our head coach, Shoddy Brian Schottenheimer, for having us out today. Thank you very much.
Man, I appreciate you, brother. It's a little football and fellowship here with the Cowboys. We appreciate you guys coming out, and you always do an amazing job, and we just love bringing people together, and that's what you guys are about. So thanks for doing this.
Well, thanks. I can tell everybody's rooting for you, so
It's going to be fun.
appreciate it.
Absolutely.